Hey everyone, Dan here, and yeah, I'm back after doing the podcast already tonight. But after I finished the podcast, I realized that Kevin Smith was doing his what is it, Fat Man podcast, and his guest was Matt Shakman, the director of WandaVision, and he said a few things on there that I have already put out a couple of them on my Facebook page, but I wanted to go ahead and just throw a quick video out there to hit them up because I think they're pretty interesting and they might add to the enjoyment of WandaVision. So he just dropped a couple tidbits of information. Some of them pretty calm, but are pretty simple. Others were a little more bigger. First off, the series was originally planned as 10 episodes. So they cut some things, they added some things, they moved things around. So originally it was going to be 10 episodes, and we ended up with 9. So how much left on the cutting room floor, I don't know. I do know of one particular scene that he talked about, and this one's pretty fascinating. It's a scene that got cut, but it had to do with, in the finale, it was Monica and Ralph after she had pulled the necklace off. They hook up with Billy and Tommy, and Billy explains to Monica that there's this evil book in the basement that they should get and take away from Agnes or Agatha, and that when they were being held down there. So the four of them head down to the basement, and when they see the Darkhold, they go to get it, and suddenly Senor Scratchy pops up, the rabbit. Now, Billy is now friendly with the rabbit, so of course he reaches out to pet the rabbit, and the rabbit turns into a demon. Big werewolf transformation type thing, and you get this thing chasing them around, as Shakman described in the interview, in a kind of Goonies-style chase through the basement. Now, that is fascinating. I would love to have seen that. And he says it was filmed, but they didn't finish the visual effects on it. So should we go ahead and start the Shakman cut of WandaVision? Get that trending? No, don't do that. But it's pretty interesting right there. Now, we knew there was something funny about that rabbit, that it was more than just a normal rabbit because it ate a bird, and bunnies are herbivores, not omnivores. So I thought that was pretty interesting there. Now, the second thing he talked about had to do with something I brought up earlier. I figured this out a couple days ago, and he verified it. I figured it out on Friday. The name Boner, that Ralph's last name, Boner, it has to do with, it's an homage to a character from the TV series Growing Pains. Now, I figured that out. Shakman was a child actor and was on the TV series Growing Pains, and was in a spinoff on the show called Just the 10 of Us. So he was familiar with the show, with the character. Andrew Koenig, who was the gentleman who played Boner, Richard Boner Stabone was his character's full name. Andrew Koenig is the son of Walter Koenig, and sadly committed suicide back in 2010. Now, he also, you might remember him as playing the Joker in the famous Batman Dead End fan film, which was amazing when it came out. So Shakman acknowledged that it was indeed an homage or a tip of the hat to the character from Growing Pains. So it was one last sitcom nod, which makes a lot of sense, that it was more than just a stray penis joke for no apparent reason. Other things that I thought were interesting, according from the Kevin Smith podcast, is that the line "kick-ass" that everybody taught, it's an homage to the movie. Well, according to Shakman, it wasn't. That originally the line was just Tommy's saying "kick-ass," and then they run off. But on the day, Elizabeth Olsen repeated the line with kind of a shake to her head, acknowledging that her brother was being a bad influence on the kids. So the kid says "kick-ass," and she's like, "kick-ass?" And at no point was it supposed to be a nod to the movie that both Evan Peters, who played the Fox Quicksilver, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played the MCU Quicksilver, were in together prior to being Quicksilver. So that was not actually an homage. The other thing that he mentioned had to do with the aeronautical engineer. He said that was actually a pickup line they did later on because they were kind of tweaking Monica's plan back and forth, and that it was never meant to be anything more than just a setup for the rover scene. And the importance of the rover scene is that it's Monica's origin moment. It's her going back in for the third time. So the last thing he wanted was for anyone to think that it was going to be the premiere or the debut of Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Universe, or it was going to be Hank McCoy or anything like that. So the engineer was never supposed to be anything. And he really was horrified that it took that turn, because this was going to be Monica's big moment. This was her origin moment. And now all the fans are going, oh, where's Reed Richards? Where's Hank McCoy? Where's Adam Bashir? So yeah, it was never supposed to be anybody more than just the Major Goodner that shows up. Yeah, that was it. There was never a big cameo there. And yeah, so those were the things that I gleaned off of his interview on the Kevin Smith podcast. Thought they were pretty interesting. The fact that there was possibly 10 episodes, and the fact that there is this scene, this shot scene of them being chased around by a demonic bunny, but the visual effects aren't done. I'm hoping someday that'll come out, that maybe there'll be a special or something, or the unedited footage, or when they're looking for a filler week on Disney Plus, something fun. But that was it. That was the reason I wanted to pop on, was just to make sure that you guys got that information, because I know a lot of people were kind of strung out about the fact that, or bummed out by some of the fan theories that didn't work out. So there was never an aeronautical engineer or aerospace engineer that was supposed to be a big deal. It was always just Major Goodner. There is definitely something to Senor Scratchy. He is her familiar and a demon of some sort. And Boner was more than just a throwaway penis joke. It was actually an homage to Growing Pains, which Shakman had actually appeared on when he was a kid. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys get back to your Sunday evening. Hope you all have a great week, and be back soon. By the way, hey, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Anything you can do to help grow this page. I want to keep it growing so I can keep doing more great videos for you guys. So thank you all, and have a lovely evening. Take care.